Hi, Scorpios. This is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamolen, Psychic Medium. Welcome to a timeless love reading. Today, I'm going to ask Spirit and my spirit guides, the person on your mind, what is going on around this connection? What are their thoughts and feelings? What are their intentions? Any guidance for you at this time, things to be thinking of, anything Spirit wants to share with me. So welcome back, everybody, for my Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And cross-watchers are always welcome in these types of readings. So for my Scorpios, what is it that you have for us, Spirit? What is it that you want us to know? Person on my mind, what are their thoughts and feelings? What is the energy around this connection? I am listening for you now. My love for you is endless. Okay, so that feels like I'm definitely falling for you. Feels like I'm going deep. Let's see where we're headed. I miss who we used to be. Okay, maybe we are not where we should be right now. Maybe we need to get that flame back. Maybe we need to reigniting the flame, something like that. I question if I'm what you need. So a little bit of a, I feel you pulling away energy. I'm not sure who's doing the pulling, but maybe we just aren't feeling that kind of rush of love that we had in the beginning. Of course, that fades a little bit, but you know, I get concerned when I feel you pulling away. I also want to know, you know, like why, you know, and how do I recapture that connection? Let's turn mistakes into lessons. Okay, so I'm going to say I made a mistake, and maybe somebody made a mistake and the other person's pushing it away. Maybe it's like, you know, I'm on the fence with if I can trust you, your feelings are valid. So they're letting you know that what you're going through or what you're feeling right now is probably justified. Okay, whatever has happened, you know, maybe they said something that was hurtful or their actions were hurtful in some way, and you're trying to rebuild trust with them in some form, you know, or respect. You know, did you respect me? That was disrespectful, something like that. I have a scythe, a sudden change, cutting the ties. It could be thoughts of a separation. It could be, you know, is this the end? Sometimes when something happens, your first thought is, oh my God, we're breaking up. No, you know, people fight, people argue, people have situations. The test, you know, like this is a test. You know, is this a test that will pass? And sometimes we've got to push through some hard stuff as a couple. And it doesn't mean that like something hard comes at us or a situation comes at us that we just both walk away. I mean, that's not the answer. That's why people who've been married together, you know, they just kind of get through stuff. I don't know how, but they do. You know, ask somebody who's been married for 50 years, you know, if it's all been, you know, butterflies and bunnies. No, they're going to say we had some hard times. The number 44, a lighthouse. I feel like guidance is being sent to me. You will start to see the situation more clearly. Thank you, Spirit. I have a mirror. Look in the mirror. Self-awareness. Look at it from a different perspective. Okay, so sometimes we just take things to heart very easily. You know, we're just like, you hurt me and, you know, I'm going to shut you down. So I guess we have to, they're saying try again. Okay, so I'm just gonna say that again. You know, like there's a sense of I'm not ready to throw in the towel over this. So let's see where we're headed. I have a devil. Okay, it depends on what happened. It depends on what that devil did. I have a 6 of Cups. I have a Queen of Cups. And I have a 4 of Cups. So I'm just going to use I'm going to use the word tempting, but not necessarily crossing the line. That this is kind of a energy of, I'm going to admit that I haven't been happy. I'm going to admit that I'm upset about something. I'm going to admit that maybe I've been thinking about, possibly what are my options or being out there, whether that's said out loud or you just feel it. But at the same time, I also feel that there's a lot of memories. There's a lot of, I remember when we fell in love, and I'm holding on to that because that's what's keeping me going. It doesn't mean we're in separation. It could be we're just not in a good place. It could be that we're just, wondering what's going on. But I remember when we fell in love, and I remember the moment I fell in love with you. And this is when this is what this person is holding on to. So even if somebody else is tempting them, or at any point, anybody can be with anybody, that. It's that the values that you have within yourself, the morals you have within yourself. Do I cross that line? Don't I cross that line? And, but they're remembering when I fell in love with you. Queen of Swords, 7 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, bottom of the deck. So I can't get my mind off of you. I remember what we've built together. I'm looking at the lifetime that we have together. I'm looking at a lifetime together of happiness. So I don't feel like I'm ready to walk away from that. I don't feel like I am, going to cross that line, because I feel like this is a lot of energy. But I like this feeling of, I remember when I fell in love with you, and I remember the moment is how I feel. So that tells me that this person's still in love with you. I would say that. I think that, I'm still in love with you. It's maybe you don't think they are. Maybe you think that, they're moving on or they're pushing you away, but deep down inside, they're still in love with you. Maybe we're just not as connected as we normally are. Spirit, please share with me. I have enduring bond. Put your family first, spend time together. Priorities and mindful. I need to make you my priority again. Maybe you feel like you've been, taken for granted, or you're the last on the list, and that's hurtful. You want to be first. You want somebody to be excited about you. You want to be the center of somebody's attention. It's a winding road, having a long way to go and taking many detours. And that's true. I'm going to say maybe you've been on a long road with this person. Maybe you've taken many detours with this person. The long road is going to continue, Spirit's saying. You're not done yet. We're not done yet. So we gotta reconnect. Leaping forward, seize the moment, let yourself be loved fully. So the sense of charging ahead, charging forward. And it's a little bit of like taking that horse by the reins, and you either taking the initiative that, we've got to spend more time together. We have to recapture ourselves. We have to fall in love all over again. We have to remember why we're here to begin with. Look at bottom of the deck. Beautiful, fluttering heart. Enjoy the romance and decide if you want more. We have to decide if we want more, and we have to decide if we want to keep going. And I think that even something like that is done on a daily basis. I think every day we decide whether we want to be in it. I really do. I don't think that it's an automatic, an assumption. I feel like we have to spiritually decide to be in that connection for it to work every day. That this is the connection I choose. This is the connection I want. I want this more than anything. This is the most important thing in my life. Therefore, I'm going to do the best that I can. So I feel like that this is more of a, I've decided, I've decided, maybe we both have decided that we want more. And We know it's not hard. We know it's not easy. This is a reading about maybe we're hitting some of those walls that relationships hit. And when you first start hitting some of those difficult things, that's the make or break. And we can either say we're fighting, it's not working out, and just move on, or we stand back and we work things out, we fight for this love. And we both don't want to walk away. I have a 6 of Swords. We can just as easily move on. Maybe that's an option, but I don't feel that way. Okay, the option is if you move on, you're alone. I don't want to be alone. They don't want to be alone. They want to continue to travel this windy road with you, Spirit just said. So they know it's a windy road, and that's kind of interesting. It's like we're both admitting that relationships aren't easy, or that this particular relationship is more challenging than others for some reason. But it doesn't mean we give up on it, and it doesn't mean we give up on each other. So yeah, the windy road. I guess that the winding road. Yeah. You know, every relationship goes through different things. Some it seems like they're living in this like paradise and nothing goes wrong, but you don't live in their house. You don't see what they talk about behind closed doors. You don't see how they react to treat each other when they're alone. You know, so not everybody is, you know, I don't think there's a perfect relationship out there. I think everybody has their battles. You have to decide where to, you know, pick your battles, right? I have a 5 of Swords. And I have a Knight of Cups. The 5 of Swords is about the battle is over. So maybe we're going to get through something right now, and we're going to start to reconnect with this Knight of Cups. You know, that there's a spark of romance that comes back, that we have a romantic evening and we feel like ourselves again, that we do realize that we really love each other, or there's something that happens in our life or our days that remind us, you know, what did they say a minute ago? It was, I remember when I fell in love with you. I remember the moment I fell in love with you. I mean, if this person can remember the moment they fell in love with you, I mean, you have to have something very special. You're an Empress. You're a 10 of Pentacles. I don't want to walk away from this abundance. I don't want to walk away from you. So I do feel like this Empress has it all with this person. I will say that. I think that there's a sense of, I don't want to move on and be alone. Like, that's not an option. I just want either more attention or I want to be closer. I want to be closer to you. And like I said, you know, I think we decide that every day. I feel like that's something that is a decision every day that each of us have to make to be in that relationship, to be in this relationship. So, you know, we both have to agree that, you know, I've decided we want more, or we've decided, right? We have to decide. We've decided we want more. Follow your bliss. I feel good when I know you are happy. Do something that you enjoy today. Feeling of joy and hope will bring us closer on our journey and will put you at ease. Maybe they're helping you to, like, it's not their job to make you happy. And that could be something that you're struggling with, that they want you to find something within you that makes you happy, that they can't fill something in you. They can do the best that they can be in your life, but, you know, maybe they're saying to you, you need to find your own happiness. Like, it's not my job to make you happy. So, and that could be vice versa. It could be on either side, but maybe they're trying to help you, support you to find something that you truly love to do. If you're struggling with your work, you hate your job, you are miserable all the time, and that's all you think about and talk about, this person might be pulling away because it's like, nothing I do is going to make you happy because that's all you're thinking about. I feel blessed. I'm blessed beyond the measure to share such a wonderful divine love with you. I am so grateful for you and give thanks to the divine creator. Embrace your beautiful divinity. You are precious, a precious gift in my life. And you can see this person is expecting, and maybe the spirit's trying to keep this connection together for some of you, because the bigger purpose in this connection is to conceive a child. That's the purpose of this connection. You're supposed to bring children into the world together. So obviously I don't want you to give up on this, but it is a sense of finding joy in your own life and being happy, of course, first before that blessing happens. I miss you. I miss everything about you. Can you miss somebody? Now, you might not even be separated from this person. Can you miss somebody while you're in a relationship? Yes. Right? I miss that we used to be closer. I miss that we used to be more affectionate. Miss that we used to make love more. So you can miss somebody even when you're going through your day-to-day routine with somebody. So that's what you need to talk about. I miss you. I miss my friend. We used to be closer. I need to be closer to you. I have unspoken. There's so much yet to be spoken. There's so much I want to say to you, but I find it difficult to put my feelings into words. Just know that you are very important to me. The depth of my love for you is beyond work. There's so much unspoken between us, which I will soon reveal to you. So yeah, you feel that void, you feel that negative, it's not negative, you feel that emptiness, that I miss you even when I'm with you. And it's because you had something different before. It's because you had something that was more intimate before. So you have something to compare it to. They're saying bottom of the deck. I'm going to take both of these because the first one I'm going to go with is this one, because I feel like I miss the intensity. Of course, it's intense in the beginning. It's fun. It's exciting. Our connection is so intense that sometimes it scares me. My feelings for you overwhelm me sometimes. Please reassure me by taking things slowly and patiently. This will help me feel comfortable with the changes that are happening. So maybe I miss the intensity. I miss the adrenaline rush. I miss the, I hope this works out. I hope this is, this is the one. Okay. So maybe I'm missing some of that kind of built up excitement. And then they're saying healing. I am healing pain from my past. I'm working on letting it go so I can be free to fully love you. Your love gives me hope as I am healing my past childhood traumas. I just want you to send me love and healing energy. But, when they shared with me that they wanted you to follow your bliss, follow your joy, I can't be the one to make you happy. I feel like that was key. I feel like that is part of your healing journey or their healing journey. So, so that we can be happy together, but we both have to have our own lives. We both have to be fulfilled in our own lives for both of us to be happy. So I feel like Spirit's just reminding us of that today. I have the World. I have the Emperor. I have a Five of Swords. And I have a Fool. So a little bit of let's take the leap of faith, and maybe we're entering into the next phase of this relationship. Maybe we're getting through a hard time, a difficult time. Maybe it's a recommitment to each other. It's I'm not walking away, but I want it to get better. And we decided that we want more, but we both know that this winding road is, I don't know, I'm going to say twists and turns, right? And it's a matter of, will we survive? Yes. We're going to make it on the twists and turns. We're going to, keep going. As long as we're on the same path, Spirit just said. Like we can handle the twists and turns as long as we're doing it together. Five of Pentacles is at the bottom of the deck. And that's probably a good way to look at it, because the Five of Pentacles, even though they're difficult days, they could be financial worry, they could be sickness, they could be struggling in some way, but we do it together. The blind woman helps the crippled man, and vice versa. So what I can't do, you can do. And we do it together. I always see this as wedding vows. I always see this as in sickness and in health, or till death do us part. Like we're going to get through everything. So I think Spirit's reminding us, yeah, you know what? You're going to have windy roads no matter where you are and no matter who you're with. But I feel like with this person, I can get through it. I can get through it. So it's the no matter what, we're going to figure it out. We're going to make it work. What is the loving messages, Spirit? Let's see where we're headed. Our time feels limited, and I want to hold this moment forever. Maybe we have limited time together, and it's catching up to us that we don't have a lot of quality time, that we struggle with, we don't see each other often enough, or we have too many responsibilities. We're pulled in 1,000 different directions. We have different work schedules. We have kids. We have parents. And, just life. We have to make that quality time. We have to, kind of make ourselves a little bubble of we're important and we need time alone. And sometimes we have to say no to the other people. You're so easy to please, and I want to give you more. Yeah, we've decided we want more. I want to give you more. Thank you, Spirit. I'm eager to start a family with you. Yeah, we could be thinking big picture, and you want to resolve some of these twists and turns before we add a baby to the mix, for those of you that are going to have a baby, because it's not going to get any easier if we have a baby. It could get harder. So we want to make sure we know what we're doing. You can't scare me away. I'm here for the long haul. I'm in it for the long haul. These are just... I'm going to put it in the category of life happens and things happen in relationships and in real relationships with real people. And it's how we get through them. It's how we stick together. It's how we communicate. It's how we talk things through. So right now I feel like I am, I guess I'm recommitting. I guess that would be the best thing, because I'm still in love with you. The beginning, they said they made some kind of mistake, and, this is some kind of test that maybe will pass, but yeah, there's a sense of forgiveness. There's a sense of moving on. There's a sense of putting it behind us. I'm going to say it that way. So let's put this out into the universe. Things will get better. Things are better every day. This is how I feel. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. If you are new to my channel, I'm so grateful that you're here. Please remember to hit that like, subscribe, ring the notification bell. Comment below. Claim it, own it, it's yours. If anyone would like to book a private reading with me, please check out my website at KathyMamolenPsychicMedium.com. Also, if you would please take a ride over to my other two channels, my Pick a Card channel and my Twin Flame channel, as I've been uploading consistently on those as well. So we'll see you again in another Love Messages. I hope you enjoyed your reading. I hope this gave you some guidance today, and we'll see you again real soon.